we can now commence our walks. Now remember, this is why it's so important. Dancing is built on foundations, yeah? It's built on fundamentals. What would be a fundamental of any dance? A walk. In the swing dances, we have a ballroom walk, okay? In tango, we have a tango walk. That's what today's lesson's about, with this 80-20 rule that I'll divulge to you in a minute that will absolutely be mind-shatteringly awesome for the way you do your walks. Let's get our feet in position. The next thing we need to do is then take our left foot and place it on the line of the supporting foot. That's what's known as CBMP. 2 tracks become 1 track, okay? If we're going forward as man or lady. If I'm then taking my right foot forward, I take it with a right side lead. That is now my tango walk. Always remembering we're creating a circle when we do this. So if you were to do 8 walks, you would create a full circle that would come back to where you started. So think of your walks as curving because there's no foot swivel when you close your feet. You must then place your feet with a direction in mind, okay? So if we then go back to the foot position, we've slipped, we've got our right foot on the instep of our left foot, got our body in our position, right? We can have our tango frame, which again is more compact. We're ready to roll. We then take our foot ready to walk. And here's what we're going to do. For the left foot to walk, we're going to take the left foot, we're going to peel the ball just off the floor. In ballet, this would be called licking. Now, we're not going to accentuate this movement, but you want to feel the ball sort of peel a little bit off the floor. Then you step, boom, and let the transference of weight stay behind the moving leg. So that means the middle of your body, where your belly button is behind the heel of the left foot in this instance, okay? Now, my weight at the moment is particularly, it's not central. It is 80% on the front foot and 20% on the back foot. This is the Pareto principle, 80-20. I'll go back to the Pareto principle in a second, but the idea is that our weight is not fully on the left foot. So the question then is, when do you transfer? Do you transfer your weight at the end of the step, or do you transfer it at the commencement of the next step? The answer is at the commencement of the next step. So in tango, our weight, you can think of your spine as being behind the moving foot like the whole time. And then the second walk, you then do the same thing. You would lift your foot, you'd place it, keeping in mind the curve, and you would have the 80-20 rule in effect. Keep your back knee slightly flexed because that will allow your weight to transfer with more control. If it's straight, you can see it pushes my body well over my right foot. Therefore, I'm pushing into my partner. So we want to keep in mind that we have this 80-20 rule all the time. So I lift my foot by peeling it. I step with my staccato action, right? My weight is just behind the moving foot, and I'm done. I've stopped. Off we go. Next walk, I would then peel, lift in place, boom. 80-20. This allows me to then stay with my partner. The transference complete when? When I take my next step. And just because of the direction of the camera, I'm going to overdo this one, so I'll step here. All right? So each time I've got my walk and I've got my curve. CBMP, side lead. CBMP, side lead. Okay? This is the same as the lady. The difference is when you're a lady going backwards, feet are closed, your right foot is on the instep, your right side slightly towards the man, heads to the left. Your right foot will step in that 1 track as well. Your back heel must remain up. Why? Because when we go backwards, if that heel lowers, your body weight will fall backwards, okay? So you want to keep the heel up using the 80-20 rule. So 80-20, but the heel is up at the back until you commence the next step, and then it will lower, so you can then take your left foot with a left side lead. Now, every time you step back in tango, you will release the toe of the supporting foot, the front foot, okay? So you sort of have this moment in time where your weight is balanced in between, then it transfers, okay? And so that will allow you to maintain connection to your man. Remember, whoever's going backwards has a very big impact on the balance of a partnership, because if the heel goes down too early, it pulls the person coming forward on top. So, gentlemen, you go backwards just as much as the ladies. So I'm going to try something new here.